All right, let's do this. Let me check. I have the preview ready. All right, my friends, I'm going to start the print right now. I'm printing in 3 colors from the beautiful Filament PM pastel pack. Very nice colors, but you will see that in a moment. This print will take 1 hour and 36 minutes. That's including the calibration and all the filament swaps. So let's see what happens. There we go. This message is nothing. Oh, one more thing. Obviously the printer will be much more quiet when the door is closed, but I will keep it open for you guys so that you can see what it's doing. Let me talk you to the start process of the printer, because that's really cool to see. That was the anti-vibration technology. Oh, there's something hanging from the nozzle, but I'm sure it will come off. There we go. It will now clean the nozzle a bit better. And then start the bed leveling procedure. Alright, so it's leveling the bed now. Now it's doing some scanning. I don't know exactly what it is, but it might be using infrared now. I don't know. There was one There are actually three lasers on this machine, and two of them are visible and one is not. So I think it's now scanning with the one that's not visible. This is the XY mechanical mode sweep. And after this it will do the extruder compensation scan, so the flow rate compensation. Hey sweetie. Yeah, I'm coming. Okay, it will now extrude some lines and then it will scan it using the Micro Lidar, which is mind-blowing to see if you see it for the first time. At least for me it was. It will also do this, a couple of very fast moves. Now we'll examine them. That's the Micro Lidar that's scanning. For me, again, this is mind-blowing to see again. I'm a little bit speechless every time. It will now extrude another layer line and then examine that one again. Wait, let me set this a bit higher. Let me see if I can get it in focus a bit more. I think that this is better. Alright, let's zoom in on the print a little bit. There we go. Okay, let me check one more thing. I don't know at what speed it's printing the first layer. So the speed, first layer 50 millimeters per second, but yeah, that's not bad for a first layer. The first layer infill is printed with 120 millimeters per second, which is not bad at all. The outer walls will be printed at 200 millimeters per second, the inner walls 300 millimeters per second, sparse infill to 70, and the internal solid infill to 50. The top surface will be printed at 200 millimeters per second too, and the acceleration for this print will be 10,000 millimeters per second. So yeah, you will see some high-speed moves in a moment. Pretty cool stuff. Hey sweetie, are you back again? Yeah. What do you want? You want some food? Oh, you want a cuddle, right? Yeah, the first layer is already nearly finished. I think the part that takes the longest time is the calibration for the first layer. But yeah, I think it's needed when you want to have speeds like this. It's really important to have a proper calibrated printer. If you want to print at higher speeds. And the BambuLab X1 actually does a pretty decent job. I did test a lot of materials this last week, including fiber-free carbon fiber nylon, the Pro version. It cost around 180 euros per spool. And normally on all my other 3D printers I need to set the speeds very low. I printed at around 35 millimeters per second max to get a proper layer bonding. But on this machine I tried to print it at the same speeds. So also 200 millimeters to 300 millimeters per second. And it worked out very well. So that's really impressive. I don't want to say too much about it because obviously I'm just having this machine, and yeah, I need to do very much more tests to give you a proper conclusion. But so far it really does to see everything BambuLab is stating the machine can do, so that's pretty awesome. Oh, by the way, what it's doing now, it's scanning the first layer for flaws. and to see if the layer has no warping and stuff like that. And if there's something wrong, it will actually ask you if you want to continue the print or stop or pause. Maybe you can just fix it by taking some debris off or something. I think it will continue now, so it's now inspecting the first layer. It tells us here on the screen, and it says please wait a moment, and I think we are good. Cleaning the nozzle again, starting to purge, and there we go. This is the BambuLab X1 Carbon at full speed. I'm going to take a cup of coffee. Have fun, guys, because yeah, it truly is fun to watch this machine print. So I will see you guys in a bit. In the meantime, let me start another print job in my other printers. It's harvest time. By the way, wow, do you see that? My fingers were a little bit greasy, I believe. Come on. Juna, sorry man, ik zag even je commentaar niet. Als je nog luistert, hij print nu de buitenste wanden 200 mm per seconde, binnenste 300 en de infill 270. En de acceleratie is 10.000 mm per seconde, dus dat is belachelijk snel. Alright, I don't know what. Oh, there we are. Okay, so I think that you already noticed that the thing that takes up the most time is definitely the filament flushing for the next color. The birch tower in the back on the right hand side over there is pretty small. I think it's 1.5 centimeter squared or something like that, but yeah, it prints insanely fast. It's such a cool machine. Alright, back to my coffee. See you guys soon. Ciao. Uh, I thought it was bumping into something, but it is not. It's just the speed. It sounded a bit weird on my television. It actually looks really good, this print, so yeah, you can't see what it is yet, but believe me, it looks great. Hey, there's my bald head on the screen. Let me try to raise you a bit. There we go. I think that this might be better. You know what? Let's zoom out for a bit. There we go. Now you can also see the AMS working a little bit higher. Yeah, that's perfect. Oh, by the way, I think it's doing a top layer now. The yellow one. So this is a top layer printed at 200 millimeters per second. It's quite fast, right? Dutch developer. Ja, ik heb zo'n originele spoel. Je krijgt er 4. En er zitten volgens mij 2 RFID-chips in. Dat wil ik zeker wel even doen. Dan moet ik even kijken of ik erbij kan. Want er zit nu nog aardig wat filament op die spoel. Maar ik ga het proberen voor je. Oh nee, dat kan natuurlijk ook gewoon zo. Ik ga het proberen voor je. Moet je even geduld hebben. Ik kom er snel op terug. Help me anders even herinneren. Stuur me even een berichtje op Instagram of zo. Maar dat gaan we even doen. Alright, so Dutch developer was asking about the RFID chip and yeah, interesting stuff. I will keep you updated on the RFID chips on the filament spools as well. Alright, cool. Thanks, mate. I will contact you there then on Twitter. Okay, so we are at 56%, 57 now, and we need another 41 minutes to complete this print. I think it only has to do pink now, or maybe one more layer yellow. However, it needs to go quite a bit more higher. I think a centimeter or 1.5 centimeters more on the z-axis. Hey Paul, great question. Yeah, it uses way less than my other multi-material systems. I have two Prusa MMUs. I have the Pallet 2S Pro and a Stellamove Pitta. Great, all of them are great. Believe me, I love them all. However, this thing is so fast. It doesn't even have the time to use. Also, the purge tower, you need a purge tower to clean the final bits of the nozzle, but yeah, it flushes the rest of the material out in the back over there, and I think it's near enough, but it's good to have a little bit of purge tower to clean that excess material off if you are printing in lighter and darker colors. So, Dutch developer, great question. The outer walls are printing at 200 millimeters per second. The inner walls 300 millimeters per second. The infill at 270. The acceleration for this print is normal settings are these is 10k millimeters per second. So insanely fast already. Oh, also help me, remind me about your issues with the MMU2S Dutch developer. I can help you out with those as well. I don't know if you know, but I'm also a beta tester for Prusa Research, and I do quite a lot of testing with the MMU as well. So maybe I can help you out. Most issues I'm having with the Prusa MMU is that some materials are just not good enough for the multi-material upgrade, and yeah, those filament tips are very important. To calibrate those can be quite difficult for some materials, but for most bit high quality materials like Filamentum or Prusament or Prusa, PLA even. Some cheaper brands as well. But yeah, it can be a bit tricky to calibrate the cheaper materials, and even some of the expensive ones as well. I mean, I don't know if you guys know Spidermaker. It's great filament for single material prints, but it's also a bit porous. So if you have a lot of pulling it back and forward to the multi-material system, it will leave a lot of residue behind in the MMU already. So that's not great. And also the tips of those materials, they seem a bit softer, doesn't work that well. Oh, that's strange. Yeah, that might be the tips then. Or you need to check your printed parts. Maybe. Oké, ik ga heel even in Nederlands. I'm gonna go in Dutch for a second. Wat er kan gebeuren is als je filament heet wordt en je trekt het terug, zeg maar, dan komt er een soort weerhaakje aan. En het kan zijn dat het dan ergens aan zo'n plastic stukje aan de binnenkant van je extruder blijft hangen. Wat je wil hebben zijn echt puntjes, zodat je geen haakjes aan je puntjes hebt. En anders moet je proberen met iets minder tension op je gear te gaan printen. Dat wil ook nog wel eens helpen. Want toevallig had ik het vandaag ook, hetzelfde wat jij nu beschrijft. Maar dat kwam echt... ik ben met ISUN PLA aan het printen en dat is best wel... Ja, het is oké, maar niet top. En dat heeft ook van die haakjes, zeg maar. Dus dat blijft ook vaak haken. Okay, mate, contact me tomorrow on Twitter and I will help you out. No problem. Ciao. Alright, sorry about that. I had to do it in Dutch because I couldn't find the words in English. But yeah, it's always good when we can help another person out, right? Okay, 34 more minutes. By the way, these pastel colors by Filament PM are so nice. I made this key tag for a friend. Her name is pretty unusual here in the Netherlands, I think everywhere, but here in the Netherlands it's very unusual. And she never had a key tag with her name on it, so I just made 2 of them. It took me, I think, what was it? An hour and 23 minutes to print 2 of these, so that was not too bad. The text is actually sunken in there quite a bit, so I had to do quite a lot of color changes. But yeah, I hope she's happy with it. You should try and print my Pokeball design. Okay, I will search for it and I will definitely check it out and print it. Are these nice colors for that print? I don't know. Wait, let me check. Dutch developer. Hey. Ah, here. I have those colors, I can do that. Okay, let me like it. Let me put it in my fun prints folder. Dutch developer. I will follow you also. And I will download the model too. Let's do all the model files. Got it. Alright. Models of that are downloaded and yeah, I will print it tomorrow, I guess. After this print, I'm going to print some engineering material. I have some nice materials by 3D Form Makers, a Dutch filament manufacturer, and I want to see more prints done with those materials too on this printer, because I just made one in carbon fiber nylon and I want to see what this machine can do more. So hey, but it's fun that you guys are here tonight, because normally I have like one watching during my live stream, so it's good to have some Dutch people here. Obviously from other countries as well, but normally they came from all over the world, but not from Holland, so this is pretty cool. Yeah, Paul, I will keep you updated, and maybe I will start another live stream after this one doing the engineering materials. I know that it is able to handle it. I just didn't dial those particular materials in yet, so I'm just going to pick a profile, put it in there, and see what happens. By the way, this is also good to tell you guys. And it's no shame. I mean, I'm testing this printer and I'm doing quite the intensive testing. I already broke one of the hot ends that came with the machine. This one is a bit crooked, as you can see, and because of that it also got jammed. What happened was I was printing a PTG from extruder and everything was going fine until it started extruding the infill, and material was piling up a little bit, and I didn't notice that because I wasn't looking. I always press print and run away. Well, not really, but this time I did, and this happened. So yeah, it can happen. However, this was a material that isn't dialed in properly yet, so I'm not surprised, like Nate Diaz would say. And yeah, it's good that I have this problem, so that I think less people will have this issue, because of a lot of people are testing and dialing in materials already. So you will have a longer list of dialed in materials for sure at some point. Yeah, I now did Filament PM, I did extruder, I did fiber 3. Yeah. Also the BambuLab filament, but hey, that's standard PLA. I don't think it's some special material. The spools are really cool with that chip in there, but let me see, did I try something else? No, I don't. Oh yeah, I tried some Esun PLA and I tried some Plastics PLA. That's a Dutch brand, and both of them worked very well with the standard BambuLab's PLA settings, so that was also great. Obviously, you don't have to use that Lidar filament calibration at the start of every print, but I'm doing it because it's freaking cool. That's number one, but it also helps to yeah, dial in a filament that's not in the library yet. So, but again, I think it's very cool feature, and why not? You know, it takes a minute longer, I think, but I want to see that LiDAR work. As you know, the people who made the BambuLab X1 Carbon are the people, or at least some of the people behind the awesome DJI products, like the drones and the gym balls. and they definitely use some of the technology they made for the drones and the gimbals in this printer. So for sure the LiDAR, the Micro Lidar, but also the anti-vibration technology, which really helps a lot, because those layers look like it is printed on a, yeah, I don't want to say, it sounds a bit, how do you say that, negative or something, but on a normal 3D printer with normal speeds, you know what I mean, right? Yeah, DJI is pretty cool. I have one gimbal, an old one, but I'm still using it because it works. I don't have a drone, but I would love to have one. Yeah, I've seen their drones fly. My wife is an archaeologist, and her team from her previous work, they had two DJI drones, and obviously I had to see those in action. And I've seen some in action in the event industry. I worked for ID&T and QDance for quite a while, years actually, and we did all those big raves like Sensation, Thunderdome, and Climax, and Mysteryland, and stuff like that. And they always also had drones to film stuff. And the police had quite awesome drones as well, only those were not DJI drones. In the beginning they had DJI, but later they had some bigger drones with all kinds of crazy technology on there. But yeah, that was a lot of fun to see. I've I have to be honest, I think I never flown a drone myself. Yeah, maybe a little one, like a toy one. Yeah, I think my nephew had one at some point, and I flew it during Christmas when he got it, but it was like 5 minutes inside the house. So I would definitely love to fly a drone one day. Oh wow, those are awesome drones. The Phantom 3 is pretty cool, right? Uh, yeah, we definitely got to change that. I definitely need a drone myself too at one point, at some point. So. Lauwers Oog, yeah. Okay, that's doable. Oh, that's freaking awesome, mate. Thank you. Okay, yeah, let's stay in touch, and I will definitely come by one day soon. And if you ever want and come and check out the BambuLab X1 Carbon, you are always welcome to come and visit us in Leiderdorp. Alright, so 20 minutes to go. Hey, that's strange. Yeah, it's 20 minutes. I just saw 30 minutes somewhere, but it's 20. So 20 more minutes to go. It's just printing pink now. Nice and fast. As I said, I believe the pink has to go like 1.5 or 2 centimeters high, but it looks crazy cool already. I'm printing a graffiti model, and yeah, it looks awesome in these colors. I need to order a bunch more of those Filament PM pastel packs because they are very nice. It's like candy. Always welcome, buddy. All right. Well, you know what? There's not much left to say, I think, for now. So I think that I will go grab another cup of coffee because I drink coffee. Oh, it's 11 o'clock at night. So yeah, I wanted to say I drink coffee until it's quite late in the evening. But that's because my wife is working in a restaurant and she will be home probably at 4 o'clock tonight, and I can't sleep when my wife is not back home. She has to ride a bike through the city to our house, which is outside of the city, so I prefer to stay awake until she's safe and sound, and therefore I need a lot of coffee. So I don't know if you guys are still here in 5 to 10 minutes, but I will be back soon because yeah, the print will be finished in 70 minutes now. I actually believe it's going quicker, right? Because when I said 20 minutes, I don't believe I was talking for 3 minutes now, but let's see what happens. I will be right back, guys. Yeah. All right. All right, guys, I'm back. Paul, if you're still here, have a good night's sleep, and thanks for watching. Yeah, hope to see you during the engineering material stream. So far, the print looks really good. It's doing the top layer now. Oh, I think I forgot something. Let me check. No, I did a normal top layer. Top surface pattern monotonic. Because I just did the concentric infill on the small key tag, and that, yeah, it looks okay, but not beautiful, and we want beautiful. Another cool thing, by the way, I don't know if you guys are able to see the screen properly. Maybe I can help by doing this a little bit. Here you can control your printer and the temps and stuff like that. This is your AMS, or automatic material system. You are also able to set the materials that you are using. So I'm using PLA, and there is yellow in the first slot. Confirm. Normally it would stay there, but it doesn't. So that needs to be fixed in the next firmware version. If you load BambuLab material, it will recognize it because of the RFID chip, and it will show the proper material. Here you can calibrate your complete printer, so it does everything: anti-vibration, all the heaters, the mechanic sweeps, extrusion compensation, the whole shebang. These were the models that were included when I got the printer. It was not on the SD card, but on the printer itself. There are some nice multi-material models as well. There's also, and I know that a lot of you, sorry about that, a lot of you will print this 17-minute Banshee. Insanely fast, and the quality is very, very good. Let me see. I have a, oh, here. This one is printed in BambuLab PLA white. Quality is very good, but here in the overhangs there are some, yeah, it's almost nothing, but there are some hanging bits. This one is printed in extruder PLA NX2 black, and this one looks perfect. Also the overhangs are great. The top layer infill is perfect. It's one of the best Banshees I've seen, actually, so that's pretty amazing. Layers look very good. It's also strong, so the infill is it's not under extruded or anything. It's just a really good Banshee. So yeah, that's exciting. And then I have this scraper, also printed in extruder PLA and the orange BambuLab PLA. this knife thingy you get with the printer too. And my other prints are not here. Yeah, I can show you another print. It's a micro SD card, the other. So no USB, only micro SD, and it's located here on the side of the screen. And you can also download the log and everything and time-lapse videos to the SD card. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I made these tiny 4-color prints for a customer. Not perfect, but in 0.2mm layers and 40 pieces in one time. They are, yeah, pretty amazing. Also those tiny antennas on top are printed perfect. So that's awesome. And that's also cool, guys. I want to show you one more thing. By the way, I hope that the sound is good, because I'm using the microphone of the camera and I just heard that it's pretty hard. But I'm screaming a bit because the printer is also pretty loud. This is the BambuLab app. There are now a couple of models on there, but you can share your models on here if you want. There's also a... Oh, this is the shop, I think. Yeah, but obviously those models are free. This is your printer. You can control it from here. Also the AMS and everything else. And you're also able to see your printer. There's a camera inside on the left top side here, and it works very well. Time-lapse isn't working yet, but it will. It will be stored on your SD card, but you can also play them from the app, and this is your account. So alright, what do we have more? The SD cards, yeah, there's one file on there. This is the cloud. I don't think that that's working yet. No. Then we have the settings screen. This is my account. The general settings here, you can see your SD card and format it. You can choose to switch off the video. You can update the printer from here and export your log to the SD if needed, or restore factory settings. And here are the network settings for your network. So mine is connected to my Wi-Fi network, obviously. And here you can do device self-test. And if something is not working properly, there will be a message displayed, and then obviously you can create a log file and send it to the people of BambuLab. Alright, Paul, have a great night. See you soon. Ciao. We are almost there. 98% and just one more minute. This is pretty fast for a top layer, right? Let me see. Yeah, this top layer looks much better than the one I did before. It might be near perfect. And I think that we are done after this small bit. Oh no, one more. All right, it's finished. So, wait. Let me get my cam out of the way. It's a bit of a mess here, but hello, folks. I think we can do this. I have the OpsBot Tiny 4K cam, which is a pretty cool cam. Let's zoom a bit. There we are. It's a bit of a mess in my studio at the moment. So let's zoom in a bit. Okay, I also don't have my video lights set up. So we have to do with this. I can do something else. One moment, please. A little bit more brightness. My shiny bald head. Okay. What happens if I go to the printer? Wait, let me zoom out a little bit. Why isn't that working? Wait. I know why. No, the other way. Cool, right? There we go. All right. So, hey, why is it warm? Did I set the build plate to 60 degrees? No. For PLA? What did I do? Oh, what? No, matey. You know what I did? And it actually came out great. My Ford material was set to PETG. And that doesn't matter really, because with these speeds, PLA is printed at higher temps as well, but obviously it's better to set all materials to PLA. But that said, look at what we have here. I think that this is a pretty cool result. I have to say, guys, the footage is a lot better when I'm not streaming live, but that's not me, right? That's always like that. I already set my streaming settings to 1080p instead of 4K, because streaming at 4K doesn't really work that well. But this is pretty cool. Alright. It comes off quite easily. I will clean that out later. So this is the final result. Nice soft colors. Again, it's printed in the Filament PM pastel pack colors. banana yellow, baby blue, and bubblegum pink. And hello, here, there we go. Yeah, I think it came out nice. Those layers look very beautiful as well. Is it possible for you guys to see that? I don't know, not really, right? Nah. Well, you have to believe me when I say that it looks, yeah, it looks perfect. No, that might be the model actually. Okay, so yeah, this was a 3-color print printed in 1 hour and 36 minutes in 3 colors. 41 grams of material was used, so not much at all. Perfect bed adhesion, the speeds are amazing, and yeah, if you guys have any questions about the BambuLab X1 Carbon and AMS automatic material system, you are welcome to contact me via my socials. I'm very active on Instagram and also a bit less active, but active on the other channels like Twitter and Facebook and stuff like that. And I will also try to answer your questions here on YouTube. Yeah, I don't see any new questions, so for now I think that we are there, my friends. Oh, let me show you. You will get a glue stick with the printer, which helps you to remove the models a bit more easy, but it also protects the print surface, because I can't remember what it was. It isn't pay, but it's a different type of polymer, and its adhesion is so good that you actually have to protect it. It has 2 sides, a cold plate for PLA, PETG, and even ABS, so also ASA, and the other side is the engineering plate, which is suitable for PA, TPU, and PC. Already tried that as well, and it also has very good adhesion. I don't clean the sheet before I flip it over. I might do that this time. Why? I can clean it afterwards. No, I will clean it before I turn it over this time, because the temperatures will be very high on the next couple of prints. There we have it, guys. Again, perfect little model. Score. You can find this model on Prusa printers. The link is in the description. I don't think, did I put it there already? Let me see. Yeah, it's there already. Oh yeah, sure. I'm on Dutch developers Prusa printers, but this model is designed by Amy G. Deloitte, and it's called Score by Cos Turk, a graffiti artist, and I think it's awesome. These are not the colors that she made it in, but yeah, she used blue, orange and yellow. I did blue, pink and yellow. Awesome stuff. So, yo Marek, yeah, I can't believe that, mate. It's an awesome printer. It really is. Again, is it perfect? No, not yet, but it's nearly there. I managed to break this hot end already. It's a bit crooked. Let me see if it's in. You see, that's not straight anymore, so I had to replace that. Replacing the hot end, by the way, is I don't believe that I have a printer here. No, there's no printer in my workshop, and I have 18 of them. I believe 19. This is number 19, where I could do it easier. So that's also a good thing. Also, I heard some people complain about the not open source structure of the hot end, but it's only $35, I believe. So that's even less than 35 euros. That's not a bad price because it performs great. And yeah, I'm testing, so obviously I will get a new one. I was testing a not calibrated material, so this stuff can happen, and we are testing these machines so that you guys don't have to do that when you decide to purchase one. And let's hope it doesn't happen that often, but I don't think it will, because I already tried a couple of different materials, and yeah, this was just a stupid mistake. Can happen, and that was it. Yeah, it was too bad. I was printing extruder PTG, and that PTG needs a different. Sorry, mate, I'm a little bit tired. A different temperature level than other PTG, so I was confused a little bit, and I just tried the standard PTG profile from BambuLab. It worked, but not perfect. I was printing a model with a lot of retractions, and there it went wrong a bit. What happened was it was printing the walls fine, and then it started to extrude the infill, and it got under extruded. Or no, I don't think it was under extrusion. I think the temperature was too low, you know? So it was pulling the extruded material with the nozzle over the print, and then it got hard, and all types of stuff got accumulated on the print, and at some point it tipped the nozzle, or the nozzle tipped against the waste material, and then it got bashed up like this. So yeah, that can happen. Hey Jan, are there 3D printed parts inside the printer, like the orange part in the Prusa? I don't believe there are, Jan. No, everything is metal and polymer, and I believe no, there are no printed parts in here. No. So, no, you might be able to replace some parts with 3D printed parts if you want, but I'm not sure if that's smart on a printer like this, to be honest. With these speeds, I would keep it like this. Yeah. Sorry, sip of coffee. Maybe it helps keeping me awake. What is another cool thing to tell you guys before I leave? No problem, Jan. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Um, yeah, the AMS, it's working. It's working very well with almost any material. Only thing it has issues with is obviously TPU. I don't think that there's any TPU that will be capable of traveling through the system. However, you can also unhook the AMS and print it directly or push it directly into the extruder and print it then, because it can print TPU. It can do it. I didn't try it, but there is a TPU profile, so I'm sure that they tried and they calibrated a TPU. I didn't try it. I will do that this weekend because that's another material that I want to try. Another material that didn't work well. It worked, but the AMS had sort of a hard time pulling the material through the system because the material is very, very hard. Fiber 3 PA Carbon Fiber Pro. Again, it's very hard material. It's like sort of wood. It needs to travel all kind of bends and stuff like that. It works. I did it and it works, but preferably you wanna also unhook the AMS and print it then. The chamber is heated, yes, up to 60 degrees Celsius. So, yeah, that's great as well. And I don't have that print here, but I printed a, what is it called? Cheerful Pilot by Ben Dancy, my buddy. Cool, high detailed model, and I wanted to see if this machine could handle it in carbon fiber nylon, so PACF Pro, and it did a great job on that print. I will show the pictures later, but believe me, it was impressive at 300 millimeters per second, right? Because that's how fast it's printing the inner walls, and I never seen a printer print carbon fiber nylon, at least not in my workshop, print carbon fiber nylon at those speeds, and not under extrude, if you know what I mean. This thing handled it like it was PLA, and the print was super strong, so that's very impressive. Mark, I think I read somewhere it goes up to 60 Celsius. Yeah, that's true. No, I don't know. I believe it's active heating somewhere. But you might be right, John. I have to check that. But what I thought and know is that it was, let me check, because I obviously, can I set this temperature? I think that you are right, John. I am not able to set the temperature that high. So yeah, it is heated by the nozzle and the bed. Good one. I didn't do my homework properly. So yeah. So no, Mark, not heated. No. Yeah, that's also right, Carl. One more thing about that, it is using the fan quite a lot to keep the temperature at a certain, or the room at a certain temperature. So that's probably the way it does it. If it goes above 60, it will blow out, or at least it will circulate the air a bit more. It doesn't blow out anything. but there is a filter in there in the back, so at least the particles that do come out of the printer yeah, are filtered, so that's pretty cool. And that fan, where what we are talking about, is located on the left side over here. Fun fact, before I got this printer, I was actually under the impression, because of the higher speed, that it also helped with cooling the part that it's printing, like an extra print fan, if you will. But no, the print fan on here is quite capable, so it's actually enough. The fan on the side is indeed for circulating the air through the chamber and keeping it at a certain temperature, because that it can do. If you're printing PLA, it keeps the temperature low. If you're printing other materials, it will let the temperature rise and keep it there as well. So that's also a nice feature. I thought it was heated, but I don't think you need it, because again, I printed carbon fiber nylon and it works well. A heated chamber is nice when you're printing materials like pecan, stuff like that, but I'm not printing that, so the hot end can only reach 300 degrees C, so any material I think it can handle quite well, including ABS. Okay, that's a great question, Jan. Can it compete with a tool changer? No, I don't think so, because a tool changer can handle many different tools. That's why it's called a tool changer. Like you can hook up a laser or a CNC even. Not the biggest one, obviously, but it is possible, or a camera or any other tool. And on this machine, you can only 3D print with one print head. I think also the tool changer and the Prusa XL might be faster at multi-material printing, because the purging on this machine takes, and I don't want to overreact, but around 3-4 minutes every purge. So yeah, it's a lot of time in between every color. If you need to purge 4 materials on every layer, the print will take it will take shorter as on a different printer with another system, because it's printing faster, but yeah, it will take a long time too. For example, these little key change key tags or change, what is it, were printed in 1 hour and 32 minutes, which is quite long. I think I can do the same time on the other printers as well in 0.2 millimeter layers. So no, I don't think that you can compare these two. I think that it's more comparable to the MMU and the pellet. However, you know me, I'm a Prusa guy, so I will never try to compare those two, or at least do a showdown, because I love them both. I really think that they are awesome, both the multi-material system and this printer. But yeah, this machine obviously has quite some features that are mind-blowing for the price that you can buy this printer for. That's mind-blowing to me. It's €1,000. We all know what some other branded printers cost, and I don't mean Prusa, but for example, Ultimaker. To be honest, I really think this thing can compete with an Ultimaker. And and I don't want to say it's better because I don't have an Ultimaker. But if you ask me honestly and personally, I wouldn't buy an Ultimaker because it's too expensive for what I do, you know. Even that filament storage unit is like 2,700 euros for the S5, I believe. Yeah, I don't have that kind of money, and I think it's a little bit too much. Yeah, that's true, Chris. Tool changer can also print different temps and different materials. That's what I mean. You can do a lot of different things with a tool changer. This thing can print, for example, PLA, 4 colors, or 4 colors, PETG or any other material, but it's not recommended to use other materials like PLA, PETG. That might be possible, but I just did it, by the way. But not a PLA and a PA, for example, because that will definitely give some problems because it needs to cool down and heat up every time. It's not recommended and it will not work. I'm sure of that. So that's a good call, Chris. And by the way, hi, buddy. But yeah, it's a cool machine. It's a great price. Again, I'm still a little bit, well, not intimidated, but you know what I mean, right? It's quite a lot for what you have to pay for a machine like this, and the quality is pretty good as well. The front plate actually is glass. The top plate is glass. The AMS is, yeah, the build quality of that unit is pretty good as well. It's all plastic, but it works great. I don't think that every spool will fit the AMS, but most spools will. If they are not too wide, they will definitely fit. Let me see. X1 is good for the colors and materials. Yeah, exactly, Carl, that we just spoke of. I did get my Kickstarter in. Congrats on that. That's freaking awesome because you will love this machine for sure. Chris, you would need less purge block for a tool changer through... Yeah. Since it doesn't have color mixing. Yeah, that also... this one needs to flush the old material out. Let me get my little bin. Most of it fell not in the bin but next to it, but yeah, you will have a lot of these little poopies, we call it, and yeah, a lot of material is wasted. I know that BambuLab is working on a solution for that, because I don't think that you can set the purge or the flush volume yourself, but I can see on those little poopies that come out of there that you, yeah, if you were able to tweak them a little bit, I probably would save some material. The purge block itself for this print is this big, so that's nothing. It's just for cleaning the nozzle, but again, yeah, the tool changer definitely handles that differently. The Prusa XL will too, and yeah, I think that the tool changer and the Prusa XL will definitely win on multi-color capabilities and multi-material capabilities. Multicolor, if you print a lot of PLA and you want to do a lot of cool things like me and Filament Frenzy and other people that do a lot of multi-material printing, you can hook up 4 of those AMS units in total and you can print 16 colors. That's freaking amazing. But again, it's not 16 different materials. That would be insane. Maybe in a future version, who knows, but not on this one. But again, for most people, yeah, I don't know that many people that are actually printing a lot of carbon fiber nylon or glass filled nylon or any other mechanical stuff, to be honest. I know a lot of businesses that do that, but makers, no. There are some, um, no, but not a lot. So yeah, let's see. I make batches of small part. I'm really looking forward. Yeah, then you are going to love this printer because what I said, I did a batch of. Let me get this. Can you guys still see me if I move? Okay, I can go to here. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys. Alright, there we go. I made a small series. This was done in 4 colors in 23 hours actually. And this is again because I love Prusa and I never want to say anything bad about Prusa. But if I would have done this using the multi-material, it would have taken me nearly 4 days. And this was done in 23 hours. So yeah, definitely. If you have a print service and you need to do small parts fast, this is a great machine. Yeah, but again, I think that the tool changer and a Prusa machine is very capable as well, and it might take a little bit longer. And yeah, this is just a different machine. And also, this is my, no, it's not my first Core XI. It's my first real proper Core XI machine. So yeah, for me it makes quite the impact already. So yeah. The burst length and the cross table. Yeah, I've seen that too, Carl, but I don't think that you can. I believe that's for the purge block and not for the flushing. I believe flushing settings need to be done in the firmware now. But it might. I have to check that video. You might be right. I don't know. I don't know. I will check it out definitely. Yeah, and that was it really, guys. The print is done. We discussed a lot of things. It's cool that actually some people came by to talk about the printer. It was not really meant to be a review, but just a print video. And it became a bit more than that, so I'm thankful for that. And I'm going to have another coffee and think about my next print project for this machine. I already told you I will do some engineering materials after this. And yeah, obviously I will keep you updated. Maybe I will do some more streaming this weekend. But first I have to clean up the insane amount of mess I made in my studio over here. You can see it a little bit behind me. And behind me over here. It's yeah, it's much needed that I get rid of some stuff. Yeah, I might be right. I don't know, mate. I'm a little bit tired. I need to study this printer a little bit more because I was doing some other stuff and I had some issues. And yeah. So far I had a lot of fun with the X1 Carbon, and I really know that you will love it. And it's not the printer itself is the final product. The firmware is updated quite a lot. So when you guys receive the printer, it will be a great product. And yeah, you're gonna make some awesome shit on this machine. Really, I just know. So again, thank you for watching. I will go for now, and I will see you guys later. Chris, I will see you on Twitter. I think the other guys as well. Jan, thanks for watching. Carl, thanks for watching. And let's go, guys. Ciao. Oh, and please give me a like, because I heard that helps. Yeah. I might earn some money at some point with my 10 watching people. Oh, look. Do you know if only using one AMS is there... wait. Is there a way to print with a fifth color? No, that's not possible. You can then only print 5. What you can do is... and this is a tip, I tried it myself and it worked. You can swap filaments. So what you can do is print 4 materials, and if you need to have that 5th material a little bit higher up, you can swap it at that point. If you don't need one of the other materials, then it's doable. But you can't print 5 materials. No, then you need a second AMS. Thanks, Marco. You too. Jantek, thanks, buddy. Oh, that's freaking awesome, man. Thank you. I like that a lot. Obviously, I'm not the biggest streamer. You can see that, but it's a lot of fun, and I don't care. That's what it's about, right? I will do this more often. Yeah, and that's it. Guys, enjoy your weekend again. Have a good one. I love you. Thank you too, Luke. And yeah, thanks for sharing. Thanks for being here. And I will show the rest of my print Valhalla to you guys really soon. Thanks. Ciao.